All right, guys, I'm sorry. My phone ran out of memory, so I know you saw part of this, but not the whole thing. So I just tilted this a little more, really worked on getting these cells here, and then I noticed this line kind of here going really wonky. So I may do just a gentle swipe over that just to smooth that out a little bit. So I am moving on to Indigo now. So sorry you missed part of this. Hopefully it'll make the video a little bit shorter though, because this is a very long process. So for Indigo, I just took ultramarine and mixed it with some metallics. I also did a phthalo blue plus violet to get a nice deep color, and then I added silver to that, so I have this lovely color. And then I have just that ultramarine plus white and dragonfly glaze, I think. So, and then this is ultramarine plus the Deco Art Extreme Sheen in their purple tone, which I think is called Amethyst, but I could be completely wrong. So I apologize. I already went through some of this and now I can't remember what I've said and what I haven't. So we'll just jump in and see what we get. But I'm almost done with this canvas. I love that it's a long, thought out process. That kind of makes me happy. So if I need to, I can always add blue to this cup as well, just to get a full cup, but I don't think I'll have to. I am going to use the rest of this pearl white, which I kind of wish I had mixed up more, but that's okay. I think mixing paint is one of those things that I don't know, I tend to forget anyways how much time it takes to mix up my paint. I'm always a little surprised by, oh, it's been an hour and all I've done is mix up paints, but that's okay. All right, I really love this deep color and I just don't think I have enough of it, but that's okay. We'll make it work just like we always do. I think I want that light color next. Want lots of contrast. I might as well use this one up too because it's almost gone. I'm at that point too where I'm having a hard time finding places to leave my paintings to dry. It gets too cold in my art room unless I run the heater, and I don't want to run that all the time. So I'm gonna have to think through where I'm gonna put this one. All right, go back to the ultramarine. I think I'm gonna put a little white in this one, which I haven't used any white so far. Oh, I just got paint all over me. Oh, this jacket was relatively clean. It only had a couple paint spots, and now it's got a great big spot right in the middle. All right, I got up what I could. It's the risks of being a painter. You end up with no clean clothes. They always have evidence of your latest work, which actually doesn't bother me a whole lot. I was thinking I would add black, but I don't want to add another whole nother color to this. We'll just top it off with this ultramarine. All right. I think I'm gonna do a Jiggle Pour or a straight pour, one of the two. Traveling, of course. There we go. Let's get some other colors in there. Jiggle Pour it is. Using the bottom of this will all get poured off, so it's just to get the paint moving, just to make sure my edges are covered, which I did not check after my blue. Got a little crazy out here in the art room, I'm not gonna lie. All right. I had paint spilling and all the paint under my canvas started dripping off onto the floor. Realized I wasn't taping anymore. I feel like I'm going to intentionally need to stretch this indigo section a little more just to give it some visual interest, because the lines are too boring. All right, let's bring that up a little. I wouldn't mind losing just a little bit of that teal because that section was a little bit on the boring side. Just trying to recenter my paint here, and then I'm going to bring it down. That line is just way too even, so I want to add some visual interest. I actually think I'm going to pour some more of that blue off because I'm just not liking what it's doing there. All right. Oh my, look what it did to all my other colors. See? It's so hard, guys. It's okay. So I'm just going to try to get my reds and greens and yellows, get it all looking somewhat better. Yeah, I don't know, the multiple cups is challenging. As you start pouring stuff off, look at my lines, they're so wonky now. I'm going to lose all those lovely cells in the blue, which I really don't want to do, but I've got to fix that green and the orange. It's a real bummer because I was really, really happy with what I had, and now I've poured off so much that it completely changes it. But live and learn. This was an experiment, so it's okay. So if you have some tips for me or some things you're like, well, if you had done this just a little bit differently, let me know. I think probably 7 cups was a bit ambitious, but I think it's still very interesting. So I still am going to count it as a success. All right, guys, I have to switch out my colors one last time, and then we will do one more cup pour, and then maybe a little bit of swiping, just to see what we can add to this. All right, I will be right back. All right, guys, last one, violet. Oh, I have violet plus white, violet. I have a iridescent light purple that was kind of a combination of several different colors. I have the lovely Deco Art Extreme Sheen in purple, and I have a light purple, which I think is from that lavender and white, plus Dragonfly Glaze. Goodness sakes. It's hard to remember. Okay, here goes. Let's start with this lovely Deco Art. And then we'll do some of the, no, I keep changing my mind. I'm not sure what I want. Let's do the violet. And then we will do some white. Not too much. And then the Dragonfly Glaze Purple. And then our rose, no, let's do copper. Copper's a little bit bolder than the rose gold. Maybe we could use some boldness in this one. And then let's do the iridescent, which somehow got a big gob of paint on the top of it. I'm gonna be ready for a nap after this pour, guys. My goodness. I think this is probably the most involved pour I've ever done, which I kind of love. It's a lot of that metallic. All right. Let's go with the silver. Oh, that stick has red in it. Oh no. That'll be interesting. Violet. Copper. Rest of the Dragonfly Glaze. Let's see. Just for kicks, let's add the rest of this metallic blue. Indigo, rather. And I'm kind of leaning towards another flip cup. Just because I only did one flip cup. So, I'm gonna get some stuff out of my way here so I don't flip it on me. That would be just about the way things would go. And I want to do it from this end. I'm just going to kind of let a little bit come out, kind of like a floating cup. Just kind of burping it. So I guess I did a different one. That's fantastic. They were all a little different. Okay, last time to tilt. It has really gotten interesting. But that's what this is all about. It's about experimenting and trying new things. I wouldn't want it any other way. Really trying to take my time so I'm not rushing too much. Really, I should have cleared off my table before this last tilt because I'm just really struggling, guys, with having enough space to do what I need to do. All right, we're gonna bring that right down. Let's get this corner. Oh, I'm losing some really pretty cells. Okay, just bringing the weight of the paint down to that last corner. And let's stretch it back up a little bit. I feel like the lower I went, the more space each color got, and I'm not thrilled with that. But it'll be okay. I can see just a huge ridge of paint, so I'm just trying to get some of that off so that it does not dry weird. Okay, see if I can set this down even. Whew. I did it. My 7-cup rainbow pour. I am really happy with this. I'm not done with it, but I'm happy with it for sure. There are some things I'm gonna swipe just because I feel like they need some help. There's some areas that need some help. Oh, my edges are beautiful. Yay. Okay, I'm gonna go wash, do a little tiny bit of swiping, and then I think that's it for today. So I'll be right back with you. All right, guys, I know I picked this up and put it down so many times. I'm not sure if we're still in frame, so let's see if I can, there we go. There's so much paint on my table. Oh goodness, I could have done way less in each cup, but I can't argue with results. I love what I'm seeing here, so I'm okay with that. Maybe I'll do some paint skin stuff with these because there's some really pretty things going on. So moving on, I'm going to do a swipe. I'm going to start with just a dry swipe, but I may eventually add, I may dip this in paint with silicone and see what we get. This section right here is just not making me happy. So I'm just gonna do a real quick and gentle swipe. That did not work because I couldn't see what I was doing. You know what I need to use? This right here, this handy dandy, because I can see through it and I can tell what I'm doing. So just gonna start out real gentle. There we go. That works a little bit better for me. I actually think I do want to grab the silicone paint, so I will be right back. All right, so white plus silicone. We're gonna see if we can't do something special up here. There are not many sections that I'm not happy with, so I don't want to get carried away with this, but I do want it to, I don't want there to be a section that I really hate, so that's what I'm trying to avoid here. This I don't think needs any cells, it just needs a little smoothing out, so we're just going to very gently give it a little help. All right, I do want to add these blobby cells here. I don't love, so I'm going to take my larger piece. This is just laminating sheets, by the way, sealed on themselves, and I'm going to dip it down pretty far because I want to be able to do a pretty good amount of white here. So let's start here. Really get some cells going. Oh, I don't like what I did there. There we go, that's better. Okay, so before I get too much further, I want to hit this with some heat because I really like what I have going on, and I have a tendency to overdo things. So I don't want to do that. I want to be really mindful of what I'm adding and what I'm losing. Just down here through this purple metallic, I just want to add something. Like this right here, so let's see. I feel like I lost some really pretty stuff by adding that white right there, so I'm just going to try to smooth that over a little. It may not be perfect, but I think it's a little better than what we had there. This side here is just horrible. I feel like I'm pulling off all the paint, so I don't know if I'm making it better or worse. Okay. All right, I will be right back. All right, so I have my fine point with black in it, and I do want to add just tiny little details, and if it's too thick, then I will quit. You know what I might do? I'm trying to channel my Kathleen Osmore here. She always has such beautiful effects, and she inspires me for sure. So I'm just going to blend that in just a little bit. Oh, snap. Look what I did. See, I should have just left well enough alone. Okay, what do I do with that? Should have stopped while I was ahead. Trying to pick up some black from my drippings on my table, and I'm just going to add a swipe through here. I'm hoping that'll sell up just a little bit. I don't need a lot of cells, but I have plenty of paint on the table to work with, so that's not an issue. Looking for some yellow, but I had to scrape a bunch of paint off of this other side because it was dripping off the edge of my table. I don't really have any yellow, so that's not going to work. All right, that's better. All right, guys, I think I need to leave well enough alone except for this spot right here. I'm just gonna do a little bit of a swipe. think I kind of like this line here, this black line, so I'm just going to see if I can carry that back through. Add some contrast, some overflow, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, and just stuck my finger in it again. All right, I think I'm too tired. I think I need to step away as I continue to fiddle, right? All right, guys, I think I'm gonna call this one done. I think I need to stop fiddling with it. I've got some really, really pretty things going on. There are some areas that I wish were a little different, but not to the point that I think it's worth risking completely ruining the painting. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to put my tools down and call this one done. Let me know what you think. If you stuck with me through this whole video, I don't even know how long this has to be. It's got to be a long one, but thanks, guys. If you are one of my subscribers, thank you so much. It's always so exciting to see that I've got new subscribers. If you haven't yet subscribed, I would love it if you'd hit that subscribe button and help me reach my big goal that I have in mind for my 1-year anniversary, which would be April 5th, I believe. You would think I would know now. I've said it enough times, but I keep saying it wrong. I think it's April 5th. So I will take you guys in for a close-up. I will add some photos. I'm hoping I can add some photos once it's dry, because I know this video is not going to go up on my page right away. So we will see. Well, hopefully you'll see at the end of this a dry photo of the whole piece. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining me. See you on the next one.